Hi everyone, my name is Jameel Nolan and I am the owner of Harbor Mill Candle Company as well as the author of The Ultimate Guide to Soy Candle Making from Hobby Enthusiast to Business Professional. I wanted to come on and do a quick video just to show you some of the items that you will need if you're interested in starting a candle business. For starters, one of the most important things that you will need will be wax. The wax that you choose to use is totally up to you. This is actually 100% soy wax and it comes in a flake form. The next wax that is available is coconut and apricot wax, and as you can see, this comes in a block form. The next item would be a digital scale. And this can be found at your local Walmart or Amazon. This will serve the purpose in measuring out your wax as well as your fragrance oils. And what I like to do is typically have a paper towel covering the glass just to protect it from any spillage from the wax or fragrance oil. The next item would be a calculator, and I typically always have my calculator right next to my digital scale because I have to make sure that I'm calculating the fragrance oil correctly and the scale is right there with the fragrance oil or the wax. So always have your calculator right next to your scale. And for calculating the fragrance oils, I typically use these disposable paper cups. You just place the cup onto the scale, add your fragrance oil based on your fragrance percentage level that you desire, and once you're finished, you can dispose of it. The other option would be the aluminum votive molds. I used those for quite some years, but over time they just became extremely messy, so I did away with those. The next item you will need to have would be your wick holders, and there are a couple of options. This is the bow tie wick holder, and as you can see, it has 3 holes with a slit in each one where you just thread the wick through that hole and slide it back to secure it in place. The other option, which are my favorites, is the wick bar. And as you can see, it has a slit in the center of it. And all you have to do is just secure the wick right in the center, pull up and secure it, and that's it. The last option and most affordable one would be a clothespin clip. This is actually a smaller size and they come in a much larger size. These can be found at your local Walmart or dollar store. And what I typically do is just thread the wick right through this hole here. And I typically use these for smaller candle vessels such as a 3-ounce votive or 2-ounce travel tin. The next option, the next item rather that you will need to have would be a thermometer. This is a candy thermometer. The other option you can use would be a digital thermometer, and this would serve the purpose in getting the accurate temperature of your wax and making sure that it has reached the temperature you need it to be at, and adding your fragrance oil as well as any other additives that you choose to add to your wax. The next item would be bamboo skewers. These come packaged 100 in a pack, and you can find these at your local dollar store or Walmart. And I typically use these to release any air bubbles that may be present in my candles, or if I have to add dye and I'm just testing the colors, then I would actually stick the tip of the bamboo skewer into the dye, the liquid dye, and just test it to make sure I'm getting the right color. The next item would be your wick stickers. Or the other option would be using glue dots. For many years I actually used glue dots, and it wasn't until maybe a couple of years ago when I switched and started using the wick stickers. I find that these actually secure to the bottom of the vessel far better than the glue dots. The next item, I actually created this. It's a R&D testing sheet. It's something that I use for my clients because the bulk of my business is private label. And so I basically have my client's name, the date, the type of wax that I'm using, fragrance, any additives, the wax temperature when adding the oil, wax temperature when poured, what type of wick did I use, if it was a single or double wick, the cure time. And then once the candle has cured, after 24 to 48 hours, I begin with test burning, and I keep track of everything that happens while I'm test burning the candle. So this is very, very helpful. Next item would be a squeegee. You can purchase this from your local, from Amazon actually. Very inexpensive, maybe $3 to $4. And this serves the purpose in releasing any air bubbles that may be trapped when you're adding your product label to the candle vessel. Next item, always keep paper towels nearby. You will go through a lot of paper towels. So I have a number of rolls. The next item is your 1 pound pouring pot. This is a aluminum pouring pot, and I typically use these to measure out if I'm making an order that requires several different fragrances, then I typically pour my wax into each of the pouring pots and add the fragrance oil and go from there. I generally don't use these to melt wax in. The next item is actually your 4 pound pouring pot, and this you can use to melt wax in, and I do occasionally. I actually have a larger pot that's about 24 quarts. It holds about 50 some pounds of wax that I actually use to melt my wax, and I just use this as breaking it down for the different fragrance oils that I may need to make in filling a candle order. Lastly, some of the other options, of course, would be to have your wicks. This is just one that I'm showing you, and it's secure inside of the candle vessel, and as you can see, is right there in the center of the jar. And then definitely having your candle vessels based on what you would like to have for your candle business. And there are a number of candle vessels out there on the market that you can choose from. These are the aluminum travel tins, and the wick would go right there in the center. And then lastly would be your fragrance oils. Make sure that you're getting your fragrance oils from a reputable company that specializes in candle fragrance oils. All fragrance oils are not created equal, and you definitely have to test burn each of your candles that you produce before you take them to market. Thank you for watching.